Welcome back. CDs, bonds, stocks, high-yielding savings accounts. I don't know about any of that, but we got help. Those are just a few of the financial products you can use to put your money with hopes of getting some of that to grow a little bit.
Absolutely. We've got an expert here this morning. Today we're talking about the pros and cons of high-yield savings accounts. Leading that conversation, Richmond financial advisor Bryan. Always good to see you.
It's great to be here, and I'm glad that you introed that way, because I think a lot of times people see high-yield savings accounts like they're an investment, but they're not. They're just
You make money on them, don't you?
Yeah, but they're just a savings account.
Oh, okay.
You know, they're definitely, and sometimes people get in them, and especially now because the interest rate is so good, and they're gonna lock in forever. and they're gonna end up being like to their demise because they're not gonna outpace inflation over the long term.
All right,
you know,
all right, so back up the train just a little bit here, because before we get into all that, what exactly is a high yield savings account?
It's a savings, so it's for your emergency fund, for money that you want to have access to over the short term.
But it's not liquid automatically, or it takes a while, right?
It's liquid automatically.
Oh, okay.
You don't want to have any penalties to get to it.
Okay.
You know, you want to avoid fees, and you want to outpace you don't want the 0.01 that you're getting. You want to get 3 or 4, 4.5, maybe 5. Mm-hmm. I've seen some articles where people, want 7.
I remember hearing 7, but that's been months ago.
It's clickbait.
Oh, okay. Didn't get me. I heard it. I'm like, oh, okay.
Click it.
And don't give your information when you
I love it, though. I saw one the other week a client sent to me, and I clicked it, and I knew it was clickbait, but I clicked it anyway. And it said, of course not. There's not 7%, but it's not available, but there are some good rates out here, but it worked. Okay. It got you to look.
Yep.
So there's some great savings rates that are available, and rates, the high yield savings accounts do have the flexibility to go down at any time. So even if you were able to get a 7% high yield savings account rate, it could go down the next day. They do have that privilege, so you have to read the small print. I say a high-yield savings account is like a box of chocolates, right? You got to read. Yeah, you got to look at the instructions. And a lot of people eat a box of chocolates and they just go at it. No, but you got to read the part that says what's in that particular one.
When we're reading the fine print, then, JB, what should we be looking for? Because I think the name in and of itself might make some folks who are not accustomed or familiar a little apprehensive. It seems like, well, what am I doing this? But you said you keep it liquid. It has a better rate. So what in that fine print should we be looking for or wary of?
Great question. Are you comfortable online? Because the best rates are online banking. You cannot walk up to that bank. Mm-hmm. It's a bank that does not have branches to you. So, but they are FDIC insured. Do you know how to make sure that it's FDIC insured? So it's going to be insured up to the $250,000. And so you have to be comfortable with setting up your checking account, connecting it to your savings account that you are establishing. And if you're not comfortable online, then you're not going to be comfortable setting up the highest yielding savings account. Those are going to be online accounts.
Wow. So,
yeah, that's how they give you those great returns.
Because they don't actually have any brick and mortar banks.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, okay.
And it might take a couple days for it to show up. So a person who's not comfortable online, where's my money? Mm-hmm. They took it out of this account. It's not over here. What's worse?
A lot of money. Yeah.
I mean, really, if they're transferring 100,000, 200,000 over to get that 4.5%,
that's scary.
And it's not. Yeah, they're hyperventilating. It might. And I saw that in some of the comments. Like, it took 9 days for it to show up, and they're all upset. And if they're not,
that would be an out for me right there. So you get 9 days? No, I'm not going to sweat for 9 days.
But You have to really be comfortable with the process and talk to them. Maybe make sure that they do have at least a 24-hour customer service so they can confirm that they saw it happen or something that will make you be more comfortable. But you do have to be comfortable with the online process, and you have to be comfortable with the limitations. You're going to get the highest return. They're giving up a lot to give you that high return, so they are not going to allow you to take out a lot of unlimited withdrawals. And it might even have some fees on there if you go over the 3 withdrawals that they allow you for each month. So if you take out the 4th withdrawal, how much will that cost you? Is that going to be $25 or is it going to be $50 for that 4th withdrawal? Do you have to keep $50,000 in it to get that return, or do you have to keep $500 to get that return? So
lots of questions.
Lots of, and that could be a con. Where the advantage is you're getting a great return. It can make a big difference. A disadvantage is, like I was saying, some people think this is an investment, and it is a great way to get a better return on your savings, your emergency money, but don't put your long-term investment money in this.
It's a parking spot with your flashers on for now.
Yes, that's right. That's right. That's right. But not for your college fund for 10 years from now. Talk to your advisor about that.
We got to pull over now and put the flashers on. Nice job. Thank you for setting that up.
Thank you.
Always appreciate JB Bryan being with us, and she offers free financial workshops and webinars each Wednesday evening and Sunday morning. Registration is required. For all the information, visit our show website. We'll have a link up later today, virginiathismorning.com.